5 rules. First, code a panel code when all the tests is performed. Second, if additional tests performed, code additionally. Third, if any test is missing from the panel, code every test individual. Fourth, do not report a panel two or more panels code if they have anything common between them. Fifth, 51, 52 modifier, ignore it. Don't code that. Then later we have seen this presumptive drug screening 80305, 6 and 7. What we need to remember here, we cannot multiply this code for a single day. For one day we cannot multiply. Okay. Then definitive or confirmatory therapeutic, what we have seen, there is a direct one. Nothing to see, just go and check what is the drug name and you will find it. If you are not getting the proper drug name, if they are asking you drug class or the code is given as a drug class and they are asking you drug name like a morphine, codeine, then we have one table, right? We can refer that table and we have a code, class and drugs. You will find there. Come. I thought you are attending online today. Okay, so that we have seen in a definitive drug class screen. This table I was talking about. If anyone missed, you can see if they are asking question for codeine, you do not have a direct code for codeine. You have to go 80361. Anyhow, there will be option. If you are not getting an option, we are not getting the correct code. Come to this table, you will see opiates. Under opiates is a category, right? And then we have a drug name. Therapeutic, same thing, same way to search. The only thing, what is the difference between therapeutic and definitive? Definitive, we are finding a drug. Okay, we are not sure whether the drug is there or not, or what drug is there. We are just confirming. Here, therapeutic, we know that this drug is there. We just wanted to check how much it is. That is for prescribed drug. That is for have you heard about the clinical trials? Clinical trials, everyone knows, na? Whenever there will be new drug or something there in a new medicine, they will try. First, they will try on machine. Second, they will try on the animals. Third, they will try on the human being. Okay. So what happened if I suppose I invented a new drug? Okay, I'm telling there is a drug. There is a one drug for diabetes, metformin. That is a very common and best drug as of now. Suppose today I discovered a new drug. Okay, and I am claiming that this my drug is better than metformin, because metformin, if you're taking 100 mg tablet, only 70 mg dissolved in your body. 30 mg is the waste. Just rough example. Okay. Now I am claiming that in my drug, if you take 100 mg, 90 mg will be absorbed. That is the best one then. Okay. So for that I can do therapeutic drug assay. That how in a clinical trial, how it is absorbing, how much it is there in a body. Okay. So that is a therapeutic drug assay. Yesterday we have seen about. Then we have seen about the where is that ops panel? Okay, there was the ops panel also we have seen, in which OP panel, obstetric panel, ops panel, OP panel, obstetric panel, same. There we have seen syphilis test with a non-treponemal antibody, that is included. But if they have performed treponemal antibody, you can code every code separate. Okay, that we have seen. So very best example, and it's given just below there. This one is pending. Okay, come to 80418. This is one small. This is same panel code, but I did not tell you this thing that day. Wait. 80418. This is also a panel code. Okay, combined rapid anterior pituitary evaluation. Panel. Okay, pituitary is a gland in our 12 part or that is known as a master gland. Okay? In school, college, teacher teaches, right? But there is a one principal. What is the job of principal? he take class, he or she, or college we have HOD. Did they take class? Never. My fourth year, my one subject was assigned to my HOD. 1 year entire. At that time, my syllabus was for 1 year. He did not come for a single day. Not a single day. And we all cleared on the subject. Okay. So what is the HOD or principal job? He will assign job to other. Right? Vinay, your class is this one. Right? Your class is that one. So they will assign only. The same thing is for pituitary. Pituitary is the gland. Why it is known as the master gland? Because it will secrete some hormone which is regulate other glands. See, last one. TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone. We have a thyroid gland on the neck which secrete thyroid hormone. Who will tell thyroid to secrete thyroid hormone? Pituitary. He will release thyroid stimulating hormone, and then only thyroid will stimulate. He will say, "Acha, I got signal. Now it's my job is done. I will start my job." Okay, that is why it is known as a master gland. So, if any case you will get any question, which is master gland? Pituitary. Okay. So, see this. We have a multiple. See, in this panel we have a multiple hormones like ACTH, adrenocorticotropic hormone, luteinizing hormone, follicle stimulating hormone, prolactin, HGH, cortisol, and TSH. If you see the coding part of that codes, 82024 for ACTH into 4 they have given. It means in this panel 80418, ACTH assessment or ACTH test can be performed 4 times. 4 times is included here. Okay, like why I'm telling you why it create confusion. Like if I'll give you a question that the patient is coming for the combined rapid anterior pituitary evaluation. In that, doctor has performed ACTH, LH, FSH, prolactin, HGH, cortisol, and thyroid stimulating 4 times. All tests been performed 4 times. So my option will be 80418 and 80418 into 4. You'll say, "Haan, 4 times they have performed. Can I multiply 4? No. 4 times is included here. Up to 4 times. Okay? And they will not perform 5 times. That is sure. So the only thing what you need to remember that every test, whatever included here in this panel, they can perform 4 times. Good? That is the only thing. Similarly, see, you can see this renal vein stimulating panel that includes renin 84244 into 6. So the concept is what you will see that the test can be performed multiple times here. See, Jane underwent a combined rapid anterior pituitary evaluation panel with multiple exposure and suppression and had a hepatic functional renal function panel. Can you check this one? Can we code 80418 along with 80076? Eight 0076, I believe that is the hepatic function panel.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what is your take? Can we code these 2 code together? Do 2 panel code together? You have to apply same concept what we know about the panels. Do not code 2 or more panels if anything is common. Is there anything common? Now you will see here. You will have to see in your book. Check it. It's easy one, yeah. No, no?
No.
Nothing common? Okay, then code it. Then the B is the correct answer. Okay. Consultation will cover today. Then yesterday we have seen this frozen section and cytological examination. What is the concept here? Anyone? What we need to remember? That is the other one. That is surgical pathology. Here. Correct. We should not code 88331 along with 88333 for that is keyword for same specimen. Okay. So see this how you will revise any topic. You will not read code. If you're revising second time, you will not read code. What is 88311? Consultation first. No. You already know that is given here. You just recall the concept. When I can code this, I should not code that. Okay. So for same specimen, I cannot report 88331 and 88333. What I will do? 88331 along with 88334. Right. What we have seen here. Okay. Okay. Then we have seen urine analysis. In urine analysis, we have seen there is only two factors: microscopy versus non-microscopy, without microscopy, and automated versus non-automated. That's all. If they are not giving anything, code 81002. Then, yesterday we have completed surgical pathology. Here what we need to remember? What you said here? Number of specimen is equal to number of codes. Very good. And one more concept. For any level only gross 88300. Any level means any complexity, cancer, biopsy, anything. If only gross 88300. Okay. If it is gross plus microscopy, then only you have to go for the levels. Here we have seen 88331 and 88311 code also, right? We can code for the frozen section, which we have discussed just now, and 311, which is for decalcification. If it is given there, we can code this code. We can solve this question based on the ICD also, as well as our 26 modifier. If they're asking only for doctor, report 26 modifier. Only for technician, report TC modifier. If they're asking for both, no modifier needed. Okay. Then we have seen use of 91 modifier. 91 modifier is for repeated laboratory test. Right. The code, the modifier description itself is repeated one. It means we are not going to code for the first. It should be for second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and long. So long. Okay. Always code for repeated, not for the first one. When we cannot use 91 modifier, three conditions. When the test has been performed without order of physician, if it has performed because of the technician's fault, or if it is performed on the same specimen. Okay? Same specimen, same result you will get. Okay, so now let's start with the simple one, and then we'll go to the where we'll go cytological examination and consultation. Wait, I'll tell you the codes. In molecular pathology, there is no such important code. Okay. But if you want to read what is the alleles, what is the breakpoint, what is the codon, that definition is given in a molecular pathology. Can I have a page number on that? 623. 628 on 2024 book. 25 book. Obviously, it will be 635 somewhere. Come to 635.
Sir, in new edition?
I'll tell you. Did you get it? The code will check 81099 code. After that, 81099 code. 81099. Which is pin number? 634. Or
Okay, sir.
okay. So they have given the definition of abnormal allele, breakpoint, codon. So this is for molecular pathology. Molecular means DNA testing. We have seen in the movies and something, or we found body or something, or take DNA sample, we'll do. That is all here. Okay? So this is a simple definition. Okay, you can just read. If you want to know, no question will be there. Okay, there is no question on that. Just for your knowledge, if you want to check what is alleles and all, that is all. So, because in molecular pathology, you will see there is all the DNAs and all we have, and we did not get a single question from here. Then even though because now you can see, can you come to 81400? The reason why they are not asking questions from molecular pathology, 81400. See the description of 81400? Almost like a half page description. Can you come to 81401 then? It is a one page, more than one page description. And similar way, when you will jump to the 81402, 403, it is 2 to 3 page description. That is why they are not asking. Okay? If somewhere you will get this question, nothing to worry, just come, take little time, read the description, match the following. You have to just match the words or match the condition there. It will be very simple if they are asking it. Otherwise, no chance. Because the description only itself is too much. Okay, you can come to chemistry part. Chemistry part 82270. See, there was one question for molecular pathology. Okay. 27-year-old visit to orthopedic physician with the complaint of muscle cramps, poor posture and muscle stiffness. After providing a full evaluation, the doctor determined the patient's family history is a amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. Qualified the patient as a potential carrier of a ALS gene. The physician ordered genetic testing of the gene superoxide dismaltase 1 soluble, SOD1 soluble to rule out ALS. So 81400, 403, 404, 405. You will find in a 404 SOD1. That's all. Direct question. See, SOD1 soluble in a question, same thing in a description. SOD1 soluble. Okay. If in such case, if you are getting any question from the molecular pathology. Okay, come to 82270. I hope everyone got the code. If anyone has not, then please let me know. What is page number? 678. 670. New book 676. Let me come to that code. One minute. Here. Okay. 82270. One important code. Okay. That is blood occurred by peroxidase activity, qualitative, thesis, consecutive collected specimen with a single determinant for the colorectal neoplasm screening. Patient was provided 3 cards and single triples card to consecutive collection. Okay. What is that? This is stool testing. Okay. Stool testing, physics testing, because patient was getting blood on stool on a toilet. Okay, why he is coming for checkup check now testing now? Because doctor is suspecting he may have a colon or rectal cancer. Now, okay, for a few of you do not know the where is the colon and rectum, just give me a minute, I'll show you one diagram. Okay, so here you can see about colon and rectum. Now it's good. Okay, so our food will travel from the esophagus, the food pipe, store for some time in the stomach, then it will go to the small intestine, and the large intestine is known as the colon. Okay, the absorption of a food will be done on the small intestine, and few absorption will be done on the colon or large intestine. Large intestine, the colon, we have a last part, rectum, where all the waste material will be stored, and then we will pass out that waste material through the anus, opening of a rectum. Clear? So now patient is getting blood on a stool. Now doctor is suspecting you may have a colorectal cancer, either colon cancer or rectal cancer. So to check whether patient have colon or rectal cancer, which is combined known as a colorectal cancer. Okay. To check, it means to screen. Screening means to check, right? So to check if the patient have a colorectal cancer, we are performing this test. Wait, I'll share my screen. We are performing 82270. Blood occult, and this is why peroxidase activity is a procedure. How we are testing this? Qualitative in a feces is a stool for colorectal neoplasm screening. So highlight by peroxidase activity, stool means feces, and for colorectal neoplasm screening.
So what is neoplasm screening, sir?
Neoplasm screening is to check cancer. If patient That is what neoplasm. Neoplasm means cancer. So colorectal, either colon or rectum. Okay, colon or rectal cancer findings, or to check. Screening means to check. So if patient is getting blood on the stool and doctor is suspecting that patient may have a colon or rectal cancer, then they can perform 82270. That test should be performed by the peroxidase activity. Now we are checking the same thing. Blood occurred in a feces by peroxidase activity, but not for colorectal screening, but for any other reason. 82272. Highlight other than colorectal neoplasm screening. Done? 82271 is not from the feces. It's a blood occurred by peroxidase activity, qualitative, other sources. That's all. Not for colorectal, other than colorectal, nothing. If you read 82271, it says only blood occurred by peroxidase activity, qualitative, other sources. That's all. So you need to remember 70 and 72. There is only two confusion. 74 is a blood occurred by fecal hemoglobin determination by immunoassay. That is also not at all for cancer screening. This is just hemoglobin determination by the blood which we found in a fecal. These are three scenarios. Blood occult testing other than the colorectal neoplasm screening, 72. Blood occult testing for colorectal cancer screening, 70. Blood occult testing for hemorrhage and blood in stool, 74. Give me answer for this.
Seven two six.
Other than
724, sir.
correct. 72 na?
Yes, sir.
Other than colorectal neoplasm screening. Okay, so this is done. Along with this, you can check 82540, which is a creatinine. Just a direct code we have, nothing to explain, but just highlight that code. It may be important for you. Many times they have asked this. Eight two five four zero creatinine, 82550 creatinine kinase, which is also known as CK-CPK total, 82552 creatinine kinase isoenzyme.
Sir, last code.
52 82552.
I got it, sir.
82435. 82435 chloride chloride from the blood, and 82436 chloride from urine. Okay, 82435 chloride from the blood, 8 from other sources. So in other sources, it will come sweat also. Okay, you can write down sweat also. But just down we have given for sweat collection by inotrophosis. You can use 89230. Not from inotrophosis 82438. By inotrophosis 82930. Sorry, 89230. How you will code this question? Scenario. 3 CPK enzyme test performed with the C3 separated specimen. A, B, C, or D? Word is the same, na? Word to same hai. Come on. Look at there and give me answer. It's a straight one-line question. How you are going to perform 3 CPK enzymes test from 3 separate. No need to check book code. All code is same.
Sir, option B.
B.
C.
C. Here. Why are you taking too much time? Yesterday we have seen, right, how to use 91 modifier.
Is it option C?
Yes, it is. 82550 says only CPK, right? CPK or total? CPK total. All the options have same code. Here you can use. See, you cannot use 91 modifier only with the surgical pathology. What we have seen, number of specimen is equal to number of codes. In all, these are all tests. If they are doing multiple tests, you have to put multiple time with 91 modifier. Write down, boss, write down. You forgot in only one day, not even 24 hours. Use 91 modifier, just one line on the top. For all tests, all repeated tests, use 91 modifier. Okay, now come to one very interesting code 82951. Okay, so this is a test which is done during pregnancy. In pregnancy, once fetus grows or the pregnancy time is little advanced or fifth or sixth month, okay, second trimester, second or starting of the third trimester, the lady who is pregnant should go for one GTT test. Have you heard about one diabetes type which is during pregnancy? If someone in your family got pregnant, then doctor will suggest, okay, you may get a chance or you may get diabetes during pregnancy, so control your sugar or something. Happens. There is a specific diabetes type which is known as a gestational diabetes or pregnancy-induced diabetes. The lady will be diabetic during pregnancy. After pregnancy means after delivery, it may be resolved, it may be continued. Okay, that is known as a gestational diabetes. So now to check whether the lady who is pregnant is prone for the diabetes or not, we have to all the ladies should go for this test. Who all is pregnant, okay? That is known as a glucose tolerant test. How you can tolerate? What is the meaning of tolerance? How you can tolerate my class for how much time? 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour, continue. They'll say no, only 4 hour. Okay, I'll take 4 hour then, and I'll extend little bit 4 hour. Let's see, you can tolerate my class or not. Right? Means we are checking limit. Toleration means we are checking limit. Right? So now we have to see the lady's body, how much glucose the lady's body can tolerate. So for that, what we'll do? We'll give much glucose. Full that dabba, glucon D wala dabba, na? It will be, I think, 200 gram or something. We will give in one shot. We'll mix in a glass of water, it will be full sweet. And lady has to consume that glass of water with glucose. After that now what happened? Suddenly 200 mg. I'm just giving a rough calculation. I think 100, 150, 200 mg. I don't know. Anyone is nurse here? Nurse doctor who can tell me, or who has gone through with the pregnancy? No. With the amount of the glucose. It's actually good amount, right? Very good amount. Now, suddenly that lady's body will feel she has so much glucose, so much energy, because all the glucose is the energy molecule, but it has to convert and absorb by our body. Then only it will be energy, na? So now all the body is, or the blood is complete, it's a high in a glucose. What we will do, once she consumed that water, glucose wala water, after half an hour we'll take a blood sample. We'll see what is the glucose level in a blood. Suppose it's a 150. Okay, just I'm giving a rough reading. It's a 150, which is very high. Also 400. 400 is very high now. We will wait for again half an hour. After half an hour, again we'll take blood. Half an hour ago, it was 400. Now it should come by a 350 at least. It came to 350. We are happy as a doctor. After half an hour, again we'll take a blood. It should come to 300. Again half an hour, again we'll repeat. We will repeat this test 5-6 times in a half an hour interval. And the graph should be decreasing. The glucose, the concentration or glucose amount should be in a decreasing order, not stable. That means her body can tolerate high glucose. So she does not have any problem with the pregnancy. She does not have any chance to develop diabetes. If the graph is not decreasing, if it is a stagnant, after 350 it is a 340. It should come 300, but it's 340. After 340 again 335, not 250 or something. Now she has a chance to develop diabetes. So we will take the precaution. We will stop the sugar. We will stop some whatever food which gives high carbs, or what is that? Carbs, no? So whatever the diabetic people don't want, should not eat, we will stop those all foods during pregnancy. After pregnancy, she can resume her diet. This test is known as the glucose tolerant test. Now you know what is a test is this? You can ask your family members also who got pregnant recently or delivered baby. Have you gone through with this test? Pakka, yes. It's a sure shot. It's a mandatory test for every woman. So how to code it? Now we got the concept of this code. Now 8 to 951 is for 3 specimen. Means 3 times sample is included. Do not multiply 8 to 951. If they're asking you 3 specimen, do not multiply 8 to 951 into 3 with 91 and nothing. We don't need. Because it included 3 specimen already. If it is beyond 3, then we have an add-on code. 8 to 952. And 8 to 952 do not need any 91 modifier because it's already add-on code. Why we added 91 modifier yesterday? Because insurance was not accepting this. Right? No, repeat test is not allowed. Here so we have a code for repeat test. So no need to add 91 modifier. Okay. So how you are going to code for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 specimen? Check this. Understood? If they're asking for 5 specimen, first code 8 to 951, which include 3. Out of 5, 3 covered. So what is remaining? 2 only. So 8 to 952 into 2. Done. Simple calculation. Patient that is a borderline diabetic has sent to the laboratory to have an oral glucose tolerant test. The glucose 5 blood specimen was taken every 30 to 60 minutes up to 3 hours to determine how quickly the glucose is cleared from the blood. Can we check 8 to 947 or 46 or 422?
No.
No, 80422 will leave it. Eight to 9, 46, 47. Can we code those? 8 to 9, 46 is a glucagon tolerant test. That is not glucose tolerant test, right? Here, question is asking glucose tolerance. 46 is a glucagon. 8 to 9, 47 is only glucose test, only one test, not tolerant test. I want to check how much glucose is in my body. For diabetic, for diabetes one. So here the answer will be D.
D.
Yes. Fast. B. Done. Okay. Now next will be come to 83718. Next page only. 83718, 719, 721. That is for cholesterol testing. 18 is the HDL cholesterol, high density lipid. HDL means high density lipid. There are 2 types of cholesterol found in our body. High density lipid, low density lipid, very low density lipid. 3 types of them. One is a good cholesterol, one is a bad cholesterol. So VLDL is a very low density lipid, which is 719. VLDL, very low density lipid. 721 LDL, low density lipid. Nothing to explain here also. Okay, come to 84702. Gonadotropin, chorionic, quantitative, and 84703 gonadotropic chorionic HCG hormone qualitative. So quantitative means quantity, how much. Qualitative means quality, how it is. Okay. Now, hematologic and coagulation. Hematology means blood related things. Now we want to check the blood count or related things. So 85002, it's a bleeding time. If you belongs from the pharmacy or nursing field, you must have performed this procedure by your own in a first year. I have performed. I prick my finger again and again to check my blood count. We had to perform with our own finger. है ना? Yes. So bleeding time is how much time required for our blood to coagulate. Our blood have a coagulation factor, right? That is why if you get a small cut after 5 minutes, it will be freeze. It will be coagulated. To prevent loss of blood, if any, that is a factor, okay, the coagulation factor. If any person born with the defect of coagulation factor, it means his or her blood does not have that factor to coagulate. Then a small cut also it will not coagulate, all the blood will drain out. He will die with a small cut only. Okay. So we need to check how much time it need to stop our bleeding. That is 85002. 85004 is a blood count. Blood count automated means we are using machine. Why we are using machine? What count we need here? Only differential WBC. WBC, white blood cells. 85007, blood count, blood smear microscopic examination with manual differential WBC. 85008, blood smear microscopic examination without manual differential WBC count. 7 is a with different manual WBC count. 8 is without manual differential WBC count. 85009, highlight Buffy code. 85025, blood count complete CBC, complete blood count, that is called CBC, complete blood count, in which automated HGB, HCT, RBC, WBC and platelets count and automated differential WBC count. 85027 only CBC. So can I say 85025 is a combination of 85027 and 85004. Eight 5025 is combination of 27 and 004. Check, in 27 it's only CBC, not including automated differential WBC. 004 is only automated differential WBC, and 25 is a CBC plus automated differential WBC. Yes? So what is the concept? If we have combination code, go with combination code. Right? Do not code separate code. So if they're asking you separate, patient is coming for CBC, they have performed HGB, HGS, platelets and so on, and along with that, they have performed WBC, differential automated WBC count. Then don't code 27 plus 004. Instead of that, you can code directly 25. 85032, manual cell count. And 85041, red blood cells automated. Only RBC we are checking. 85610. Prothrombin time 85651. Sedimentation rate non-automated, and 652 sedimentation rate automated. 85660 sickling of RBC. 85705 thromboplastin inhibition tissue, and 85730 thromboplastin time partial. Okay, what is the correct answer for this?
सर ये
Very good. A is the correct answer. Yes. Done here. Okay. 86225. 86225 under immunology. What is that? DNA antibody native or double standard testing. DNA testing, this is also. Nothing here. Microbiology, bacteria. Whatever was the important codes were there, and it was already related for you. Okay, just highlight one code, which is 87205. 87205. And this code, what you can see in the screen, it's a very direct code, no? RH factor and the blood group A, B, or O. I hope everyone has gone through, you know all your blood group, right? O positive, O negative, AB positive, AB negative. So, which code I told you? 87205. Smear, primary source with interpretation, gram or GIMSA stain for bacteria, fungi, or cell type. Similar code we have 87210. Smear, primary source with interpretation, wet mount for infectious agent, saline, India ink, or KOH, potassium hydroxide preps. Below there we have one guideline for KOH examination of skin, hair, or nails. C87220. Which is the just next code. Okay, 87653. 87653. Highlight probe technique. (652, 651), sorry, 651 and 653. Both are probe technique for group A and group B. 50 also, that is also probe technique. So wherever you will see probe technique now, check all the codes. It is mostly with the strain of a bacteria or a group of a bacteria. There are multiple codes for the probe technique. Few times we have seen question for the probe. 87808. 87808. Infectious agent antigen 808. Infectious agent antigen detection by immunoassay with highlight direct optical observation. That is one keyword. What happened now? These codes we have seen in many exam. That is why I'm just telling you the code to highlight the code. Okay, then it's done.
Sir, 87808, right?
808, correct. Okay, now come to cytopathology. Cyto means cells. Patho, study of a disease. Disease. And logy means study. So we are studying about disease in the cell level. Here we have 88104. 88104, which is cytopathology fluid, washing or brushing, except cervical or vaginal. Highlight except cervical or vaginal fluid. Washing or brushing means to make a fluid for an examination purpose or to keep it ready. Okay, that is called washing and brushing technique. This fluid, it may be from any part of the body except cervical or vaginal, because for vaginal fluids we have a separate code. If you want to see what is cervical, cervical is just above part of or the top part of a vagina. Okay, that cervical. Okay, I'll tell you later. Cervix or cervical canal, you can see. Okay, that is a gate of a uterus. Smear with interpretation, and 88106 is a simple filter method with interpretation. 88108 highlights Sakomono technique. I guess that technique was invented by some Japanese scientist. That's why they named their cells Sakomano. Cytopathology concentration technique. Smear and interpretation. Remember, all these techniques is except for cervical and vaginal. Although they have not given in a 88108, because for vaginal and cervical fluids, we will get separate code. 88112, cytopathology, selective cellular enhancement. Selective cellular enhancement technique with interpretation. Do not report 88112 and 88108. Okay. Now come to the very important code 88120. Cytopathology in situ hybridization fish model or fish technique, FISH. Sorry. Fish is for fluorescence in situ hybridization. Not that wala fish, na. Fish technique means this technique has been developed by eating fish. This fish is a fluorescence situ hybridization test. This is very important. Why? It's a direct one, okay? But in a exam, they said, what is a cytopathology technique for whether fish model, fish technique? That's all. No need to worry about it. You can come to all courts. You spend little time on this pathology chapter in exam. Okay, because that is the direct code. Have you see from last 3 class? Very rarely we have seen little complexity. Otherwise, all are a direct code also only. Once you will see option, go to all 4 options. You will get your answer. Okay. Okay. Now come to 88, 164, 65, 66, and 67. 88, 164. 65, 66, and 67. That is also cytopathology, but for vaginal and cervical fluid. And even in a cervical vaginal smear also we have 2 techniques. One is a Bethesda, second one is a non-Bethesda. So can you see that 4 codes? Make a set of these 4 codes, write down Bethesda and highlight the Bethesda word. What is the meaning of Bethesda? It's a technique of a name of the technique. Now, if all 4 are Bethesda technique, then what is the difference between these 4 codes? Right? So first thing you can see, 88164 is for manual screening under physician supervision. So they are only doing manual screening. I have a slide for that. Okay, chalo. See here only. 164, manual screening. Highlight manual screening. 165, manual screening and re-screening. Re-screening was missing there, right? Re-screening under physician supervision. 66, manual screening and computer-assisted re-screening. Now, 65 was a manual re-screening under physician supervision. 66 is a re-screening but computer-aided. Computer-assisted re-screening. 67 with manual screening and computer-assisted re-screening, which is same like a 66, using cell selection and review under physician supervision. Highlight cell selection and review under physician supervision. So now you can find out all the 4 codes. We have a slight difference. That slight difference you need to find out in your question. Okay, if you're getting a question for the Bethesda and they have given all in the 4 options, they have given all 4 codes. Check if it is a re-screening. Yes, 64 eliminated. If re-screening is manual or any technique, if it is manual, it's 65. If it's not manual, eliminate that 65. If it is computer assisted, right? For computer assisted re-screening, we have 2 codes, 66 and 67. Now for 67, I need additional word, which is a cell selection and review under physician supervision. If it is there, 67 is my answer. If not then 66. Done. Now this 4 code is for Bethesda technique. 88150, 152 and 153. Come to that code and make a set. 88152, 153 and 154. Previous page, yes, previous page or same page? 150, 52 and 53. 51 is not there. Make a set, write down non-Bethesda. Sorry, but they have not given here non-Bethesda. In the Bethesda one, in the description only we got to know that is a Bethesda. Right? Here they did not given any word such as non-Bethesda. How do I know if they will ask me non-Bethesda? For that, you can come to the paragraph below 88140. Check the paragraph below 88140, which says from the fourth line, use code 88150 to 153 to report conventional pap smear that I examined using non-pathology reporting. Yes? And use code 164 to 167 to report conventional pap smear that are examined under using the pathology technique. So in paragraph, they have clearly said that is a non-pathology technique is 150, 52, 53. Now what is the difference between these three code? 150 is only manual screening, 152 computer assisted rescreening, and 153 manual rescreening under physician supervision. That's all. This is also important.
मैं कुछ भी नहीं सुनना चाहता हूँ। दिमाग खराब मत करना, जिसके पास गया तो उसके पास जाओ, दोबारा कॉल नहीं करना मेरे को।
Done? Very good. Okay, two more things are pending and then we are done with this chapter. Chromosomes, you know, these are the chromosomes. It found in every cells except our RBC. That's why when I donate my blood, no one will get my DNA because there is no DNA. So chromosomes, we have a healthy human being. We have 23 pair of a chromosome. Each chromosome have a segment which is for particular purpose. That segment is known as gene. In every gene we have a DNA. So you can just see that chromosome is a big and or a
दिमाग खराब मत करना, ठीक है?
truck full of a DNA. Just imagine a truck which is filled of DNA. That is one chromosome. Okay. So we have 23 pair of chromosomes. You can see there. In total 46. 23rd pair is sex chromosome, which determine our sex. Are we male or female? If it is XX, it's a female. If it is XY, it's a male. Okay? Fine. Now, what happened if there is an abnormality in a chromosome? Any slight changes can develop major abnormality in a physical and mental status. Okay? Have you heard about the mutation word? In a science fiction movie, you will see that mutation. Or that is mutant. Spider-Man is mutant. Right? Because spider bite that man, Peter Parker, he got something mixed in a DNA, he got superpower. He is a mutant. Right? So, any abnormality can lead to some disease. And we have a 23 pair. It means minimum we have a 23 type of disease. For each pair, one disease. That is minimum I'm telling you. So this is a pair of chromosome. You can see we have a alleles. This is not as like this color, red and yellow. I'm just telling you how we can imagine that one. So one chromosome we have two alleles, which is very similar to each other. Okay, but technically different. They look same, but technically it will be different. They both possess different genes. Now, coming to code. 88, 245, 48 and 49. Make a set of these three codes on this top color code, first three codes. 245, 248 and 249. Now we are talking about cytogenetic of studies. Cyto, cell, genetic, chromosomes study. Okay? These codes are coming under cytogenetic study. So 245, 48 and 49 is what? Chromosome analysis for breakage syndrome. Also known as sister chromatid exchange. SCE. All these three code is for SCE syndrome. What is SCE syndrome? You can see the top, the image. Both chromatid have a different is a healthy one. One is a yellow color, one is a red color. We have a Karnataka flag also in this. Okay. Now what happened? During development in a fetus, as a fetus or any mutation, because of that they exchange it. Both sister, okay, both sister chromatid exchange small genes to each other. Number of genes are same here, but I gave to you, you gave to me. That's still it will lead to some disease, chromosomal disorder. That disorder is known as a sister chromatid exchange or breakage syndrome. So they may ask you for breakage syndrome, they may ask you for sister chromatid exchange, they may ask you for SC syndrome. Good. So now what is the difference between these three codes? 88245 is a study only on the 20 to 25 cells. 248 is a study on the 50 to 100 cells with count of 20 cells, 2 karyotype. Karyotype, complete set of a chromosome. And 249 is a 100 cell clastrogen stress. Highlight clastrogen stress. So this 3 is only and only for breakage syndrome, SC syndrome. Now if I want to check 88240, that is cryopreservation, freezing and storage of the cells, each cell line. Okay. Have you heard that storage of a cell, storage of stem cells, storage of some other cells? Baby born, suppose nowadays it's very common to storage of stem cells. Okay. Now in a big hospital, when baby born, they give one offer, or there is a procedure, or they ask that would you like to store the baby's stem cells, which is from umbilical cord. Okay, they will charge it for every year. They will charge certain amount. And why they are storing stem cells? Because in the future, if something happens with the baby, in a grown-up kid, okay, any disease, so stem cells have a power to regenerate any type of cell. Okay, that is your stem cells. Now we are storing that one also. Similar way, we have a sex cells. In male, it is sperm. In female, it's an egg. If they want to preserve their sperm banks we have, or they want to preserve their eggs. Okay, so eggs banks we have. So we can store it. We can store for the years. That technique is known as a cryopreservation. Cryo means deep freezing technique. Sometimes they have asked also in exam, what do you mean by the cryopreservation? Preservation, preserve. Cryo means very deep freeze, minus 40 degrees centigrade, where our cells will get freeze. However, vegetables are fresh in a refrigerator because we lower the temperature on that, right? So that microorganism does not grow there and it will be fresh for at least 2-3 days, right? So the same way, if you are decreasing temperature very low, the cells will not deteriorate. It will be there. Like in a mortuary also, the dead bodies are kept in a cold freeze, right? So that the cells will not deteriorate. They can keep it for the long period of time also, right? So the same thing is known as a cryopreservation. Prevent or preserve the cells in a deep freezing technique. Now suppose that is code 88240. And they're not talking about a single cell. Single cell, no one can preserve. It's a very minute structure, right? So they are talking about cell line. What is a cell line? Cell line is a one generation of a cell. You know, if I rub my hand like this, now just I rub my hand or rub my arm, I wasted so many cells now. My cells dead because my cells are still growing. The skin cells, every minute they are growing. Similar way with over all the body. So when I just rub it, I lost my one generation of a cell. Second generation started now. That is called cell line. One generation of a cell. So if any one of you have gone through with the cell line study in your college, you're doing this? Okay, good. Okay. So there we talk about a cell line study. Okay, we studied on a I completed my project, my research study in a biotechnology, although from the master of pharmacy in biotechnology. Okay, so I know that how the cell grows there. So if we are talking about one generation of a cell, that is 240. We are preserving one generation of a cell. Now suppose I preserved from last year. Okay, last year I preserved one generation of a cell. Now today I want to do a study on that. How I'll do? I just keep it out and I will start a study. What I can do now? Yes, for yesterday you made biryani in your home and there was excess, so you kept in your fridge. Now today it's 11:30. You just take it out and start eating. You will eat it. Correct. Why? Because you like biryani little hot. Similar way, if I'll take the cells which was cryopreserved minus 40 degrees centigrade, I'll just keep it out and I cannot study on that. It is not alive as of now. I have to slowly increase the temperature. I cannot drop it in a pan just to heat it. I will give that time to gradually increase the temperature optimally up to like a 30 degrees centigrade, 30 to 40 degrees centigrade. It should come. Right? Whatever your body temperature, it should come on that. So that procedure is known as a thawing and expansion, the next code, 88241. So whenever you will see thawing and expansion words, it is gradually increase in the temperature of the cryopreserved cells, not normal cell. Okay, normal cells not needed. No. Have you seen cells in school? The first time I have seen cells in my school. They have two things. One onion peel. I don't know and see a very good brick-like structure we have seen. That is a plant cells, and then the second one chick cells. We take a small what we call we take a small sample from our chick. Can we need cells on the optimum temperature so that we can see the function and all. Okay. So 40, 41, 45, 48, 49 is done. Now come to 882, 61, 62, 63, 64. This is chromosomal study, not for breakage syndrome. Other than breakage syndrome, you can use 61, 62, 63, and 64. Now, again, what is the difference between these four codes? Chromosomal analysis count 5 cells, one karyotype, one bending technique. 62, 15 to 20 cells, 2 karyotype, 1 bending technique. 63, 45 cells, 2 karyotype, 1 bending technique. And 64, 20 to 25 cells, no karyotype, no bending.
नहीं जरूरत नहीं, मेरा उससे तुम्हारे ऊपर बस करने जरूरत नहीं है, तुम मेरे को कॉल मत करो, बस दिमाग खराब मत करो, मैं तुम्हारा कोई बाबू बाबू नहीं है, ठीक है? तुम्हारा बाबू और
67, 68. Chromosomal analysis on the amniotic fluid. Do you know what is amniotic fluid?
मैं बात करना नहीं चाहता हूँ तो नहीं चाहता,
Who knows? No, no, oh no.
तुम्हारे मकसद नहीं है।
Okay.
जरूरत नहीं है, तो पैसा का लालच,
During pregnancy,
बहुत सारा पैसा है मेरे
fetus is in a mother's womb, right? Which is technically known as uterus. Okay. The fetus is covered with one sac, one layer, which is known as a gestational sac. In that gestational sac, we have a liquid. So fetus is literally floating on the fluid. Okay, that is called amniotic fluid. So to check, Acha, have you heard about the sex determination of the fetus, which is banned in India? Right? We say, it's a crime actually. Old ad, you remember? In the previous time, what they do? Very simple test. What they will do now? Take a small injection syringe. They will take out a small amount of amniotic fluid. Very small amount. In small amount of amniotic fluid, we have a cells of a fetus. Why we have a cells of a fetus? Because fetus is floating on the water. If you put the potato in the water for overnight, definitely you will see the water have a potato skin, right? Similar, same thing happens on the amniotic fluid. So they will take the fluid and they will check the 23rd chromosome. That's all, whether it's XX or XY. Gender reveal, male or female. Okay, so that is crime. That process is known as the amniocentesis. Amniotic fluid synthesis. Synthesis means taking out fluid. Okay, so that is banned. That is crime. So amniotic fluid study, chromosomal analysis on the amniotic fluid. So this is not only about the amniocentesis. This is for other disorder. This is very useful technique. This is what I'm talking about, amniocentesis. It's very useful because by that way you can easily determine in an early pregnancy if the fetus have any abnormality, chromosomal abnormality, like Down syndrome or other syndromes. Okay, breakage syndrome, what we can see. Okay, so we can find out easily. But human being, okay, corrupt mind, they use this useful technique to reveal sex of the fetus. Okay. So 88, 267 and 269 is for amniotic fluid or corneal villus chromosomal analysis. Count 15 cells, one karyotype and bending technique. And 69 is the 6 to 12 colonies, one karyotype, one bending.
मेरे को कहीं नहीं जाना है, बोल दिया ना क्या? कहीं नहीं जाना है, बस तुम्हारे साथ। नहीं जाना है कहीं, तुम्हारे जैसा आदमी को लेके जाना जरूरी नहीं। मैं बोल दिया ना नहीं जाना है।
Done?
क्यों करूँगी, तुम हो कौन?
Okay, now suppose I am asking you a question for normal chromosomal analysis, not for amniotic fluid. Okay, normal chromosomal analysis is 261. Hello, hi, how are you? Long time. You wrote exam? No, I didn't. Okay, okay, good. How's your preparation now? You left your job, no? Yes, sir. Oh, you joined? No problem. Take your time. Just check this one. I'll come out. Hey, hi. Hello, how are you?
मेरे को नहीं है।
Huh? Classes. So she's half coder now. She can also write exam. Good to see you, Pushpa. No problem. Sure. 61, 62, 63, and 64. So if I'm talking about the chromosomal analysis, normal chromosomal analysis, if I say 5 cells, 1 karyotype, 1 binding, what is your answer? 5 cells, 1 karyotype, 1 binding.
61, sir.
61 is answer, right? Everyone.
दिमाग खराब मत करो मेरा, ठीक है ना?
61 is answer. Okay. If I say
चले जाओ, ठीक है?
20 cells, 1 karyotype, 1 binding. 62. 20. See, online people also now they are active a little bit. Okay. I thought you were a little sleepy. 20 cells, 1 karyotype, 1 binding.
सुबह जाओगे और किसके साथ, दोपहर में आओगे और किसके साथ?
In 62, we have 2 karyotype. I am asking only 1 karyotype. Can I use 52 modifier? No. Then what to do? Come to 88, 280, 283 and 285. 280 is an additional karyotype, 83 is additional binding technique, and 85 is additional cells. So now if I am asking you 20 cells, 1 karyotype, 1 binding, code 88261 and 88285. 88285 is not for every cell, it is for again additional set of a cell. Okay, so you can simply code 261, 285, done. If I'll ask you here 5 cells, 2 karyotype.
अरे बोलो यार, क्यों जिंदगी मेरा बर्बाद कर रहे हो, बोलो। तो जाना है तो जाओ ना।
Yes, 61 and 280.
जिसको पैसा दिया था वो अभी है ना, उसको लेके जाओ।
Right? Okay. Check this one, okay? This is very important. Take 2 minutes, just review this one. After
मेरे को कहीं नहीं जाना है, ठीक है?
take 2 minutes.
वो कौन जो तुम्हारे ऊपर गुस्सा कर रहे हैं, वो कौन तुम? जरूरत नहीं है दिन में और इधर सुबह और किसी के, रात को और किसी के। नहीं करूँगा,
ಓಯ್ ಏನು ಮಗ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಬಂದ್ಯಾ ಅಂತ
ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಗಿರ್ಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಓದಕತ್ತೇನೆ.
ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಬರ್ತೀನಿಲ್ಲ
ಯಾಕೆ
ನಿನ್ನ ಸಿಂಹಾಸನ ಕಾಯ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ನಿನ್ನ
ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಮೇಲೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ, ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ.
ಯಾರು ಏನು
ಅದು ಬೆಡ್ ಸರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ,
ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡು.
ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಔಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಮಗ, ಇನ್ನು ಮಾತಾಡೋದು ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
ಮಾತಾಡೋದು ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನನ್ನದೇ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಹಿಡಿದಲ್ಲ
ಹ್ಞೂ
ಅಷ್ಟು ಲಕ್ಷ ಸಾವಿರ
ಏನು ನಿಂದು ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ನಿಂದು ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
ಹೊರಗಡೆ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ,
ಹಾಂ ಎಷ್ಟು
ಚಾನ್ಸೇ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ನಿಂದು ವಿಡಿಯೋ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೋಡಿ ತೋರಿಸು.
ಯಾವ
ಟ್ರಾಫಿಕ್ನಾಗ ಅಡ್ಡಾಡಿದೆ, ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅನಸ್ತೇಸಿಯಾ ಮೆಡಿಕಲ್ ರೇಡಿಯಾಲಜಿ
ಅದು
ಎಲ್ಲ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್
ಇಲ್ಲಿ
ಆಗಿದೆ.
ಕೇಳು, ಅದು ಯಾವುದು ಗೊತ್ತಾ, ಅದು ನನ್ನ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. ನಾವೊಂದು ಹುಡುಗಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ,
ನೋಡಿ